Good morning, Larry. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Well, first I want to just dive right into this interview, but before I do that, I wanted to thank you for making yourself available to me at such a short moment's notice.
Oh, that's no problem. You've been supporting me, so I definitely like to always remember those who support me, so that's important.
Okay, that's great. That is great to hear. Since our first interview, I took a look at some of the things that you were doing, that you are doing, and I looked back at that first interview, and I kicked myself because I felt like I didn't do you justice in asking about you and talking about you and where you're from and so on and so forth. So that's the point of the second interview.
Okay.
Okay. First, I wanted to just find out, I understand that you are from Philadelphia originally, but you were
That's
raised in
correct.
Virginia.
Yes.
How did you end up in Atlanta?
I ended up in Atlanta because I was pursuing my music in VA, and I had gotten to a point where my songs were being played on the radio, and I was performing everywhere, and it's kind of like a big fish in a small pond. So I decided to relocate to Atlanta and just pursue it in a bigger pond, per se.
Okay. So are you speaking of your performing in Norfolk, Virginia,
Yes.
or in Philadelphia? Okay, in Norfolk.
Well, in Norfolk, Virginia, my father was in the military, so we moved when I was like maybe 2 or 3. We moved from Pennsylvania a few places, and then we ended up settling in Norfolk, Virginia. So that's kind of where I went to high school and spent like my formative years.
Okay, I see. And I understand that your middle name or your nickname is Phil.
Yeah, well, it's
That
actually...
is an excellent name. That's just a wonderful name, Phil. And it has nothing to do with my name being Phil, but, hey.
Well, it's actually pronounced Philly, like the city. But
Okay.
a lot of people call me Phil because it's phonetically, it looks like it's spelled that way. Long story short, my mother's name is Phyllis. I'm Larry Bernard Carter II, named after my father. So as I owe to my mother and the city where I was birthed, Philly is where I came, and the Phylle, Phyllis is spelled Phyllis. So I kind of took the IS off and added the E, and there you have it, Philly.
Okay. See, now I was just so happy to say that, that's my name, and he's using that as a nickname. Okay, so I guess I better get over that part.
It's okay. It's okay. Connections, It's all about connections.
Now, you and your partner are considered to be celebrities or gay celebrities, as they call it, in the city of Atlanta.
I don't know about that.
You wouldn't say that? You walk in the room signing autographs and stuff like that and waving to the crowd and stuff. But what I'm getting at is recently you and your partner, Antoine, appeared at a gay marriage equality rally.
Mm-hmm.
And you spoke about marriage equality in the state of Georgia. And I think I got that video at least 4 or 5 times from different people. And I said, wow, I know these guys. And, yeah, one of my friends said, they're big activists. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to give them a call and ask Larry about that. Why is activism so important to you?
Well, the thing about that is I've always been told if you live in your truth will make a way for your gifts. And, we just believe that it's important. We are in a situation where people accept and love us for who we are, whether it's our family, coworkers, whoever we come in contact with. And some people don't have that same ability because of the stigmas and different things that are out there that are just not true. So when people like us who have the opportunity to speak up and stand up, I feel like we should. We got married here in Atlanta last November. So our wedding anniversary is November 11th. So we went to D.C. and got married, got the marriage certificate. So that's why we're really fighting, because we made a life here in Georgia, and the state we live in should, respect who we are. And that's just what it's about, giving us the same rights and liberties, not just us, but every person who wants to be married should have the right to be married. Whether I agree, you agree, or anybody else, they are adults. They pay taxes. They go to work. They take care of their homes. So they really have the right to do that, And that's just what it basically is a civil right that's been taken away because of somebody's religion or somebody's belief. That's why it's a separation of church and state,
I see. Great answer, by the way.
Thank you.
And something I talked about earlier when I said that you are considered to be a gay celebrity. This sort of gets into this next question, well, just a little bit. Now, you are a black gay male in a high-profile relationship, and I recall seeing videos of your commitment ceremony or your marriage online in various social media outlets. Do you believe that your decision to be open regarding your sexuality will hinder your chances at becoming a successful recording artist?
Well, I thought about that and I gave it a lot of thought. And people who actually follow my career and what I do might have saw that Nolan and I had a conversation about that on The Boys Next Door. And I was really worried about that at first, but at the same time, I can't not be who I am and pretend to be somebody because of whatever, And I've come to the point where I realized that the people that are going to support me are going to support me, and the people that are not are not. And I just can't, tiptoe or walk around on eggshells trying to please people who don't even want to support me in the first place, So people who are going to support are going to regardless. And, and if those who did support me don't anymore, well, thank you for your support in the past. I appreciate it because that's helped me get to the point where I am. So I appreciate them too.
I see. Well, many out artists are not aware that there is an organization called Out Music, and it is the LGBT Academy of Recording Artists. It's like the Grammys is the National Academy of the Recording Artists. There's actually a group for out artists such as yourself. Are you a member of Out Music?
I actually am a newer member. A friend told me about it, so I went and checked it out, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I'm honored to be a part. Actually, my song, I Love Him, is they have an out award ceremony yearly. I think it's in January of next year.
Yes.
And hopefully I'll be there. But, it's just an awesome thing. Yeah.
I just know that there is awesome a forum, too.
Yes, a forum for LGBT, artists to really build their following and have that support. I think that's important, and I've reached out to a couple of different artists. I'm thinking of working with some LGBT artists also, just so it's kind of like, building a family almost, and how rap, when it first started in the 80s, it was kind of like a small clique of people, and then it kind of grew subtly and got into where it is now. And that's kind of what has to happen with every movement, is you have to have some people that will be the pioneers and stand up. And, yeah, it might not be as successful as it could be if it was something else, but over time, you're laying the groundwork so those that come behind you can do bigger, greater, and more successful things.
You just mentioned, I think this is a good segue to talk about your music a little bit. You mentioned the song, I Love Him. I saw the video for it, and I like the song. and I wanted to know a little bit about it in terms of where did you find your muse?
Well, my muse for I Love Him is my husband. I wrote it just to give people an idea of just a literal idea of our relationship, because songs I've written before have been about him and our relationship. But that one per se, like people are like, why don't you ever write about him? And I'm like, I do. I write about him all the time. So this time I just was like, I'm going to be very literal about our relationship, and that's kind of where it came from. It's like, I married him because I love him. Like, he's everything to me. He's a king to me, and I'm going to treat him that way, and and I want the world to know that,
And for our audience and for people who are not familiar with the song, could you stand up right now, just in the absolute, and just sing a little bit about that song? Just sing.
Right.
Share it with our audience. We want to make sure you can sing too. We can't have people getting up and everybody say they can sing. You can go in the studio and they can make me sound like Luther in the studio. I know I sound like I'm in the shower, but
well, I don't know about Luther. They can get you, they can get your pitch right, but I don't know if they can make you sound like Luther. All right. He's my lover. He's my friend. He's been riding with me through thick and thin. He's my general when I go to war. Good, bad, or ugly, I love and enjoy. If you ever love somebody the way that I love him, place yourself in my shoes, and you too will understand. I love him, I want him, I need him, and I'll never let go. A king to me, my destiny, and I'ma let the world know. Yeah.
all right. That boy can sing for real. Now you were singing that, right? You didn't go and put this tape on right quick and just hit play. All right, you did it for real. All right, that's good.
Hilarious.
Now, you know what? I'm going to put you on the spot with this next question.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the video for I Love Him, and you married Mr. Antoine Nolan Carter.
Right, I did. You're absolutely right.
Okay, but that wasn't Antoine Nolan Carter. You were kissing and in the shower, and I know I'm spoiling the video, but I know some people will still go watch it anyway. And you're all wet and stuff. And I'm listening, I say, that's not Larry and that's, who is that?
Well, see, the thing about that is the artistic integrity of the video is acting, and it was a storyline. So that is not, per se, our storyline, so that's why he's not a part of the video. And that's why at the end of the video it shows, us in our real life, and it's kind of, that's a part of entertainment. Like, nobody asked Eric Benet or Halle Berry wasn't in his videos, and she's beautiful, but he still had video models because that's just a part of entertainment, and he's not a part of entertainment, so therefore he's not really a person that likes to be, he's very shy and very introverted, so he's not really into that type of thing. So he was in one of my videos before, but, not this one.
Okay.
So we got a model, we got an actor, we got an actor to play the part, and that was the whole thing, is because there was lines that had to be memorized, and, it's for dramatics and all of that stuff too, so we really wanted to go a professional route and just give it that full-on feel, just like a Chris Brown or Trey Songz video, they'll have models or whoever in the video, so that's just basically what that was.
Okay, I see. See, now I'm relieved. And I saw the pictures at the end of the video, and I said, okay, his other baby daddy is not in this video, and he kissed
no,
what's that?
Not.
Okay. So tell us about some of the obstacles you faced when you recorded the song or recorded your album. and how did you overcome them?
Obstacles. Some of the things, like, still you face, like, the pushback and people don't want to be associated, or some people, not all, there's very few, but, like, I really, as far as the people I've been working with, most of my career are down the ride regardless. So it's just like, it wasn't really that hard for me to record it. I just did, I mean, once I made the decision that this was the direction I wanted to go, I just went ahead, and that's kind of what I do. It's like when I make a decision, I stand behind it, and I go for it. And that's pretty much what happened with this song and this project. The project right now is called Love and Marriage. So it's kind of not just about that, but that's just like the ups and downs of those type of relationships and having the wherewithal to stand strong.
Right. That's what it's about, staying strong in the end.
Yeah.
And I understand that I Love Him qualifies for Grammy consideration.
Yes, I was very happy about that.
Yes. In fact, the nominations should be coming out, in another month or a couple of weeks away?
December.
Okay, in a couple of months. In one sentence, describe to me what your reaction would be if you found out you were nominated, and then again in February, if you found out you won.
One sentence.
It's okay to thank your dog walker and that the lady that used to cut your hair, and the lady next door who made coffee for you one time, and it's all right to thank all of those people, but do it in one sentence.
I would be grateful and very humble and thankful to everyone that supported me to this point, because there's no way I could have done it on my own. That's it.
Okay. See, now I said one sentence, and I was listening for you to go a little bit further. But that's fine. That is
one sentence. I try to follow.
You said one sentence. All right. You gave me what I asked for, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, try to be respectful of what people ask.
Now, if your musical style were a bird, what kind of bird would it be?
That is a very interesting question. And I would have to say, if my musical style was a bird, I would say it would be an eagle, because eagles kind of just glide and coast, and they fly real smooth. They have a broad wingspan also. So I feel like with my music, I do like pop, hip-hop, R&B. I try to do a little bit of everything, even had a little bit of reggae or whatever. So it's the same thing, but I try to stay smooth. Like, very rarely will you hear me doing like a whole lot of riffing and running all over the place, because that's just not what I do, and that's just not my style. So just very smooth and I guess versatile.
All right. I love that. I love it. You can sing, but you don't have to do some runs all over the place, like we're in church and stuff like that, and make this 1 minute song drag out for 12 minutes and stuff. For 30 minutes. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing.
Right.
I mean, I love people who do that, and that's their thing, but that's just not, where I am as far as like the people who inspired me, like Aaliyah and Sam Cooke and your Marvin Gaye. They'll give you like vocal ability without having to do all of that running and stuff.
Right.
So.
All right. So our Church of God in Christ and Baptist folks, don't write me letters because I, made a wisecrack about, dragging that song out, the Lord's Prayer, for 40 minutes and stuff like that. It's,
It's all,
he can sing.
It's all light.
All right. He can sing, but, not everybody can do all of that, We'll leave that to Shirley Caesar. You know what? I know that you have been doing a number of projects. I believe
Yes,
that
sir.
weren't you involved with B-Boy Blues, the play with the
Yes.
Atlanta company?
Yes, yes, yes,
And
sir.
yeah, and you do a web series as well too. So tell me something about those other projects that you do or have
Well,
been doing.
as I was saying earlier, I like to my I guess my role model is like Will Smith. So he started with the music just like I did, and I kind of want to transition over to different streams of entertainment, being like a full-on entertainer. So I've been doing acting. So B-Boy Blues was my first time like doing theater, which was amazing. Like the cast is amazing, the writer is amazing, the director is amazing. It was just an amazing experience for it to be my first experience. So I was very blessed with that. And then as far as The Boys Next Door, that was more a part of my activism, is basically changing America's view on what a gay black man is. It's like I wanted to show that we are not just like a single story. There's multiple stories, and don't approach me
Hmm.
like you know me because you know a gay person. That's like saying I know a black person, so I know every black person. It's not the same,
Right.
and we all come in different shapes, sizes, and mindsets and everything else. And that's just really what I wanted to show. Is like me and three of my really good friends, we've been friends for a long time, and there is a brotherhood between us. And that you never get to see. It's never depicted in movies or on television. Whenever you see a black gay male on television, he's very flamboyant. Not saying there's something wrong with that, but that's just one single story of who we are, and it's not encompassing. So I wanted to show a different side. And then
Okay.
I've been doing a few movies too. So like I did a couple of independent films. One is like a religious or faith-based film. It's called True You, and I did a cameo in Christmas to Remember, which these are not LGBT films, but they're still films nonetheless, and I just feel like I shouldn't have to pigeonhole myself to only do one thing, whereas like I am active about, equal rights, but still I can do other things as far as entertainment because that's a job. So.
Okay. And where can we find your web series? Where is it? On YouTube or Vimeo or where?
Yes, it is on YouTube right now, on Signal 23 TV,
Yes.
um, and we are working to finish with this. We're going to finish up the season, and then try to do some different things with it. But it'll be a lot more to come with that. And Christmas to Remember, I think that'll be in Redbox in November, so it's going straight to I think DVD. It should be on Netflix also. So, and the other ones I'm not sure when they're premiering just yet. So they're still doing like post-production work and stuff.
Okay. I had another question about the web series.
Mhm.
Um, because you are located in Atlanta,
Mhm.
and don't mean any pun to this, but, I don't mean to be funny or to offend when I ask, is this going to be one of those reality series and we'll have Nene Leakes or somebody who acts like Nene Leakes who fights every week and things of that nature? There's nothing wrong with that because there is an audience for that. But, I just have to throw that question out there because as I talk to people sometimes, filmmakers and web series developers, they want to tell me about their new reality series, and they're not fighting with the mailman because he didn't say hello, or a coworker because the paperclip is on the left and not on the right side, or just to kind of put some drama in there.
No, the situations that you'll see, I mean, anybody who watches the show, and has met me or any of us know that that's our personalities, and it's like it's not scripted. These are things that happen in our lives, and that was my main thing is I just didn't want the stigma or a negative spin added with all that drama and everything else. It's more so to display like who we are as far as like me grinding, doing my music and different things and doing the acting and different stuff. And my homeboy, KJ, he has a clothing line that he's working on, and Mo is writing a book, like a coffee table book. So we're doing different things and just showing the progression as we work through those things and our friendship and the different things that are happening is just something because people, after our wedding was on YouTube, a lot of people were like, well, I want to know what's going on now, what's happening now. So when the producer approached me, he wanted to do a concept of Mr. and Mr. Carter. And my husband was not interested in being a part of the cast or whatever. He's just a very professional person, and he's just like, you know, I'm not really in entertainment. He's a corporate America type guy. And so it's okay. And I was just like, okay, well, we'll go at it at a different angle. And I invited KJ and Mo along, which we've been friends for almost a decade now. So I just felt like I knew them really well, and I felt like we had a story to tell.
Okay. And in terms of promoting, I love him, your music, the video, and even the web series. Do you have plans to go on tour to do some promotional work or to perform at different venues? If so, when and where?
We've been, we're working on that now, just trying to get it. We were with the Boys Next Door. We wanted to have the first season done first before we did a promotional tour, so like people can see the whole thing, and then like people have been asking about DVDs and different things of that nature. So we were waiting till that finished. As far as I Love Him, I will be performing it for the first time at the Gentleman's Ball here in Atlanta on December 7th. And the Gentleman's Ball is an annual ball that Juan and G do. And that is usually a huge thing. So definitely come on out to that. Definitely support them. They're great guys, and we've been working really closely. And so we're working on that for 2015 more so because the last quarter you really don't like go on tours and do different things. So we're basically in the process of planning for 2015.
I see. So once we find out that you're Grammy nominated, and if your win was, we're going to see you everywhere, you know.
Exactly.
That's what it is. We're waiting to get this Grammy. When we get this Grammy, it's on.
No, I'll be the same person. I'll just have a trophy.
So, what's next for you professionally?
Next for me, I say I would like to do a lot more acting as it comes up. I really do enjoy that, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I just was waiting for the right time, and, you know, you have to focus on one thing and get one ball rolling before you start another one. So now that I've done like 3 different films and then the acting in this video, I kind of have my reel together. So I'll be definitely shopping for an agent for acting and trying to get that off the ground and moving forward. And musically, I have an album coming next year too. I have an album coming next year too. Don't have a date for it, but it is coming next year.
Now, when you say next year, are we talking spring, fall, summer?
Yeah, second quarter. Yeah, like spring, spring, early summer.
Okay. So let me mark it down on my calendar. Give Larry a call. Tell him to stand up and sing something from that album right now. I want to hear it. Okay. If somebody was interested in booking you to perform, appear at their event, or anything of that nature, how can they get in touch with you? How can they find you?
They can email me, email Phillie the one at gmail.com, and I'll spell it out. It's PhylleleTheone at gmail.com. Basically, for booking and information and for appearances and different things like that.
All right, all right. Well, I will tell you, Larry, I feel so much better now that we had a longer, more in-depth conversation, and I was able to get you to laugh and get you to sing.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate all the love and support. It's definitely a humbling experience when people love and appreciate your gifts. So it's humbling, and I appreciate you.
All right. So I thank you for your time today, and I will be in touch with you, and we look forward to, we wish you all the best, and I can't wait to see what you have coming down the horizon.
Thank you so much. I will talk to you soon, and I send my love to all the people out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.